good to have a little bit of cool weather here the last couple of days. So the kids appreciated that yesterday morning with mat drills starting. So, we talked, throughout the month of January, we wanted to have an opportunity once recruiting had closed up to, get everybody together and introduce some of our new coaches and let you guys meet them and, give the media availability with them, and also just kind of catch up on everything that is Pirate football. Obviously, the last 2 months since the end of the season has been pretty active, and a lot of change, and sometimes change is needed, and sometimes change is really good. And so I think that there's a lot of positive enthusiasm and positive energy around our building right now. I think that's a credit to some of our new staff members and the way that they have come in and really meshed well with our returning staff members. And I think I could say the same thing for the players. I just think that our returning players, obviously we've talked a lot just about what a strong locker room we have, and that's something I stand on. We were fortunate to have just really outstanding young men in this program, and they have done a great job welcoming in a lot of the new players. I think we had 21 mid-year new guys join our team, and our players have done a great job of bringing them in, making them feel like a part of the brotherhood. And I think that our new players, whether they be freshmen or transfers, they've done a good job of adapting. Now, all the warm fuzzies and all that stuff, that's gone and done. They're getting after pretty good right now. They had a really good workout in the weight room this morning with Big John. We'll be back out on the turf again tomorrow morning. And so the month of February is a big month for us to not only get bigger, faster, stronger, find out more about how guys compete, how much they've grown, but also we're doing more football this time of the year than we ever have in the past. I think it's just very important, going into the spring, to give Coach Baker and his staff as much time to get our players prepared for spring practice as possible. And so, we're dedicating a little bit more of our allotted time each week to offense and defense, in preparation for the spring. We're really excited about the spring. I think probably everybody is. I think Coach Baker love his energy and love his confidence, and he's already started talking trash to the defense, and so that's got them kind of energized. And so I think it's probably going to be a pretty really competitive spring, but also a lot of positive energy out there and a lot of positive enthusiasm. So really looking forward to it, and obviously a lot of work to be done before we get started there in mid-March, but I think you have a lot of motivated people. And so I think where we sit today is, I feel really good about where things are and excited about the things that are coming up in the near future. Questions?
Coach, with the kind of the coaching staff turnover and also some of the roster as well, I know you're a big culture guy, so how important is it for everybody to really get to know each other during this time, right, to build that culture and make sure you guys hold that firm?
Well, I told the players and the staff, I think that's the number one goal for the spring, is for all of us to really develop strong bonds with each other, and the only way you do that is by spending time together, and having a lot of discussions on a lot of things, but also a lot of discussions on things that don't have anything to do with football. With the staff, I've spent a lot of time and will continue to spend a lot of time throughout the spring just talking about things I believe in, how we're going to operate, expectations. I think those things are important, and I think you're always evolving those things. I think after every season we've adapted and changed, but I think even more so it's important right now. I told the staff this morning in our staff meeting, I really want to give everybody kind of a fresh start, going into the spring with a lot of things. But I think it's important for us all to be on the same page, and that's the number one goal for this spring.
We've seen a ton of positive rankings as far as the classes and the talking heads. What excites you most about the guys coming in, both transfers and signing day?
Well, I think the thing that excites you the most is the quality of the talent. I think you talk about our high school players. I think that we signed an exceptionally talented group. Now, they're all going to be true freshmen, and so will they play this year or will they not play this year? We'll see. I know that there are several on the signing list that I think have a shot, and I think that's always good. I think with our transfers, I think that we were very deliberate with addressing certain needs, and I feel very comfortable that we were able to do that. Now we got to get them all on the same page, and that's what we got to work on this spring. But I think there's a lot that our returning players. There's a lot that our returning players are excited about because they have already seen, what some of these new guys can do, and I think that excites them.
Coach, what's the number one goal you want to have by the end of spring accomplished?
Well, I would say it kind of goes back to what I just talked about just a moment ago. The number one goal is for all of us to come out of the spring really feeling like we're all on the same page, offensively. Just that we're very, cohesive as far as working together on the field. This offense is going to require a lot of, guys, thinking the same way. And so I think, again, the only way you're going to achieve that is by doing things together. Really spending a lot of time in the meeting room, spending a lot of time at walkthroughs, spending a lot of time on the practice field, getting everybody to where they're clicking together as one. So whether you're talking offense, defense, or special teams, that is the number one goal coming out of the spring. Figuring out who goes where and making sure everybody's on the same page and rowing in the same direction together.
So obviously getting Hauser earlier, but then getting also Jake Garcia, how big was it to get two quarterbacks from the portal in that competition going into the spring? Your thoughts on it?
Well, I think, we were very upfront with both Jake and Caton that we were going to try to bring in two. I think that we were very fortunate that we didn't just bring in two quarterbacks. We brought in two highly talented quarterbacks. They both have experience. They've both been a starter. They both played at a high level. And they both have eligibility remaining. It's not just a one-year kind of deal. I think they both need each other. I think Raheem needs those guys. I think that room all of a sudden is highly competitive. I think that it's important for them to have positive relationships, but it's important also for them to really push each other. And I think we're already seeing that in the stuff that they're doing, on their own and in the workouts.
You guys started mat drills a couple days ago. How has the team dealt with that toughness so far?
Well, we started yesterday, so we've had one session. The first day is never the prettiest thing in the world. I think that, you watch yesterday, and we film everything. We watch as a staff, and then we show it to the kids, good, bad, and ugly. But I think that you have kids that are seasoned veterans and that, have the mentality that kind of fits what that is, and they do really, really well with it. And then you've got some new guys and some freshmen out there that they're like somebody hit them in the face with a frying pan. So I anticipate tomorrow morning's workout to be really vastly improved. But the enthusiasm was there, and the effort was there. We just got to, correct some of the how you compete stuff.
So the news of Tim Dowse going to Pitt, and you had some late ads last year with Foster and Scott leaving. And is this kind of new, the late dominoes with the coaching carousel? You always got to have your Rolodex ready, no matter what time of the year it is. Well, I think you've always got to be prepared for things like this to happen. I think anytime you have success in certain areas, then you've got the potential for this to happen. You can never predict it. The one thing I will say, and I said it last year, I'll say it to our staff this afternoon, the way Chris Foster and Tim Dowse, the way they handled everything, on their end, consummate professionalism. And so, it helps you be prepared for this a little bit better. It doesn't just come out of the blue. And so, Blake and I have been talking for the last week or so. So when Tim told me this morning that he was accepting the job, it doesn't just blindside you. And I appreciate the job that he did. He's a good friend in addition to being a quality coach, and wish him all the best of luck at Pitt.
But thanks to that popping out 5 minutes later this morning, my phone's blown up all morning. So we'll have a quality candidate. We've already had several people that I know that are quality coaches reach out to us. I'm meeting with the kids here in a little while just to talk to them. My number one priority is we get somebody that's going to do an outstanding job with our players. Our players in this program are my number one priority, and I want men that are just like Tim, just like our current coaches that you're getting ready to talk to. I want men of character that are going to care about our players. They're going to develop our players. They're going to push our players, but they're going to be more than just an on-the-field coach for them. And that's the kind of individual we're looking for.
We've got time for one more question. One more.
I'm just kind of curious, as you've gone through this offseason, there's been a lot of FBS head coaches that have compared the job now to being almost like a CEO, having to oversee everything. Do you feel some of those qualities when you kind of go about the offseason, having to just look over everything, NIL, portal stuff, all that?
I think we've created a mess. It's a pain in the rear, but you got to navigate it. You got to adapt. But it's it really has become just a consuming deal, and I think that you've got to do a great job of trying to manage a lot of different things. And the issues are you're trying to manage things with a lot of unknowns, and that's why I think you hear just overwhelmingly from all FBS head coaches is we all want some kind of guidelines and some kind of structure and some kind of, okay, this is what you can and can't do, and this is how you can do it, because right now you just have a lot of gray area, and so I think that you've got to try to do a great job of keeping your focus on what's important, and the things that are important to me are the people in our program, whether it's coaches, players, whomever. The people in our program are the priority, and then you try to, with each player, and I tell our players is, I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to, help you reach your dreams and goals. But we got to work together on it. And we got to communicate. And so I think you got to keep your focus on investing in the young men in our program and trying to help them mature and develop as players on the field and be men that represent our program and our community in the way that we all expect. So I think that's where we got to keep our focus.